Hello and a very warm welcome. Sergio Perez, dominant win in Saudi Arabia. Alonso under investigation, maybe a possible penalty. Lewis Hamilton totally useless. And McLaren, an absolute clown show. I'm furious. Once again, a shocking race weekend for myself. Lewis Hamilton fan, McLaren fan, both unacceptable, shambolic from top to bottom. A disgrace, and I don't mince my words. We get into lap one, and the McLaren comedy show starts very quickly, as both in the pits within lap one and lap two, Norris and Piastri both damage. An absolute comedy show. Alonso gets a penalty for being too far to the left, his grid slot. Very strange. I mean, a guy of Alonso's experience, why is he so far out of the... It was harsh, but Alonso's got the experience. No excuses, really. The pit stops happen. Then a very strange safety car came out. Could have easily been a VSC. They've rolled a safety car for some reason. I mean, that was never a safety car. A very dodgy call there. They blamed it on the GPS, saying the car was actually on the circuit. McLaren, an absolute disgrace. I'm lost for words. This great team battling for last, literally windmilling each other. And then, to top it all off, not only have we had a lap one shambles, not only are we fighting for last place, the great McLaren, and then they go and imply team orders for last place. Are you actually taking a piss? Brown needs a stern word with everyone at the Woking-based outfit. A shambles, shocking, embarrassing, nowhere near good enough. Perez dominant win, Hamilton shambolic, McLaren are absolute wank. Simple as that. Race rating, I'll give it 2 out of 10. I didn't really enjoy today's race. It was not good. Red Bull are in a different category. It's not their fault, but it's honestly like Mercedes dominance. Star of the race, Max. 15th to seconds. He honestly is, like, it's real life, but you would actually think he's playing a video game on zero AI. And fastest lap, Max. So let's get into it. P1, Sergio Perez, led from start to finish. He's getting a lot of praise, Sergio Perez, and yes, he won the race. It's not his fault Max is out the equation, but I think people are a bit overhyping it. I mean, let's be real, if Max is there, Max wins the race. Perez has only won this race because Max was out the equation. And then to top it all off, Max has only finished 4 to 5 seconds behind him. So, yeah, I wouldn't be getting too overhyped by Perez winning, but fair play, he did the job. P2 Max, sensational, 15th to seconds, fastest lap, damage limitation, and he was close to the win. Again, was complaining of issues towards the end. P3, Fernando Alonso, and that marks his 100th podium in Formula 1. Will he get to keep it though? The 5-second penalty, apparently the Jackman was working on the car, so if you go back to last week, Ocon got a penalty for that, so are they going to be consistent? Theoretically, Alonso should get a penalty for that. We wait and see. P4, George Russell, basically ignored team orders, and rightfully so, and then pulled away from Lewis Hamilton. P4, great job. Could inherit P3 if Alonso gets a penalty. P5, Lewis Hamilton. I give you one of the worst weekends I can remember. Absolutely shocking from start to finish. I've got no positives. I've had more pace in my arse than Lewis Hamilton this weekend. Shambolic from top to bottom. I don't know what's up with him. His body language is pathetic. Never give up, never say die attitude. Well, he's gone against that. Absolutely abysmal. P6, Carlos Sainz, not much better either. He's been poor. 7th, Charles Leclerc, started the race like a steam train, but then got stuck behind his teammate. 8th and 9th come Ocon and Gasly. 10th, Kevin Magnussen, 1 point for Haas. 11th, 1-1, was running in the points. Magnussen passed him late on. 12th, Nico Hulkenberg. 13th, Guan Yu Zhou with a lovely move on Logan Sargent. 14th, Nick de Vries. 15th, Piastri. Had a great qualifying Oscar, but then damage. An absolute shit show for McLaren. 16th, Logan Sargent. He's not had a good weekend. 17th, Norris. I mean, he's had a terrible weekend. It was his mistake yesterday. Damage early on. Running round at the back. Team orders. What a horrible day. Retirees, Valtteri Bottas. He's had a piss poor weekend. Alex Albon was complaining about the brakes. And Lance Stroll miraculously retired. But that should have never been a safety car. That was dodgy. If I was controversial, I'd be calling a race fix or something with that, because that safety car should have never been out. So there we have it. That concludes the Saudi Arabia weekend. Join me for driver ratings tomorrow. Perez wins, very dominant. Max, sensational to come through. Honestly, like he's playing a video game. And Hamilton needs to improve. Nowhere near good enough. If he continues like that, it's retirement and good night. And McLaren, I'm lost for words. With this great team running round at the back and then in playing team orders, someone's taking the fucking piss here. And I want to know what's going on. McLaren. Honestly, McLaren. 2 races down. Last in the constructors. Wow. Incredible. We're used to this team winning. That is shambolic. Nowhere near good enough. McLaren need to sort it out. Absolute wank.